Lately, I've been completely enchanted by my mother-in-law's youthful spirit. My wife and I dated for 5 years before tying the knot, and we now have a lovely newborn. We live in a rural area, a few hours' drive from where I reside, so it's regrettable that we can only visit a few times a year. Our romance began in college, and I found her family to be incredibly welcoming from the start. Even before we were sure where things were heading, they invited me over, and I showed up with a cake in hand. Truth be told, my wife is exceptionally beautiful, a rarity indeed. I hadn't seen pictures of her parents before visiting, but upon meeting them, their attractiveness was undeniable. Both her parents could pass for celebrities based on their looks alone, especially her mother, who was stunning in a charming way. Conversing with her revealed a down-to-earth personality and a great sense of humor, making me feel incredibly lucky to have her as my mother-in-law. Her father was particularly affectionate, proudly claiming, "There's no woman as beautiful as my wife in this world," to which I instinctively responded, "No, my Jenny is the prettiest," causing everyone to burst into laughter. My mother-in-law, in her early 50s, maintains the figure of someone in their 30s, thanks to her diligent self-care, and even shares clothes with my wife, showcasing her stylish nature. My wife's brother, resembling their father, is also very handsome. The family, all strikingly good-looking, exudes confidence and possesses amiable personalities. I introduced myself to my girlfriend's parents not long after we started dating, and they've always made me feel at home, inviting me over for meals on various occasions. My own parents, busy with their farm work in the countryside, couldn't be as involved in my school life. I found myself relying on my father-in-law, who had extensive experience in city life, for advice, especially when I was job hunting. When I landed a job, marriage discussions naturally followed. However, my father fell ill, leading to an expensive battle with his health. Although he intended to sell some land to help us start our married life, the sale was not immediate. Consequently, we began our married life at my in-laws' home. My father, a man of his word, promised to contact us as soon as the land was sold. My brother-in-law, a graduate student, was living independently near his university. My in-laws' home, with its 4 bedrooms, allowed us to convert a larger room, previously a dressing room, into our marital space. Thanks to their warm and welcoming nature, we've been very comfortable. One day, coming home early, I found my mother-in-law asleep on the couch in shorts, looking unbelievably youthful for her age. Thinking she was fast asleep, I carefully covered her with a thin blanket. After taking a quick shower, I was startled to find her standing outside the bathroom, having not brought a change of clothes with me, thinking she was still resting. When I saw the smile spread across my mother-in-law's face, any embarrassment was fleeting. She prepared dinner as usual that day. Out of the blue, she teased my wife, saying, "Take good care of your husband. Where would you find another man as kind and good-natured as him?" It was something I hadn't heard her say before. A few days later, my wife mentioned she would be going to a training center for new employees for 2 weeks. Around the same time, my father-in-law had to travel abroad for work. This meant I would be spending about a week alone with my mother-in-law. Since my father had recently visited the hospital and was much better, I felt more at ease. Over the weekend, she suggested we go on a date and see a very popular movie. I found it endearing how excited she was, picking out her outfit from the closet. Sitting together in the cinema, eating popcorn, I found her fragrance even sweeter than before. She enjoyed the movie date greatly, saying she and my father-in-law often went for walks, but rarely to the cinema, with no one else to cook for. She suggested we dine out, so we went to her favorite Italian restaurant. We ordered pizza, pasta, and salad, and she shared stories of her youth, the struggles of raising my wife, and how they started with almost nothing. Through wise investments, they managed to buy and sell houses, eventually securing a nice home and a small building for rent, preparing for retirement. Despite what seemed like a successful life, she confessed there was something she couldn't be grateful for. My father-in-law had once had an affair after my wife was born. This was new to me and quite shocking. She had taken the kids to her parents' house after discovering the infidelity. But after he followed, begging and writing a promise letter, she took him back. My wife either doesn't remember or has chosen not to ask about it, preferring not to recall those memories. Since then, she never played the role of a wife again, living solely as a mother and homemaker. When I came out of the bathroom, she confessed she had felt a strong attraction to me, saying, "I am still beautiful and healthy, and since my husband deceived me with another woman, I want him to pay the price." My father-in-law now reports his whereabouts daily and has handed over financial control to her, stating if he errs again, he's prepared to leave as per the children's wishes. My mother-in-law, curious about me, said, "Regrettably, I've become interested in you." I realized I had to comfort her. We spent time together until dawn, and she was overjoyed, saying she never expected to envy her daughter this way. We grew closer in the absence of the rest of the family. When my father-in-law returned, he noticed her improved demeanor, but I had no explanation. Months later, my wife became pregnant. We moved into a house provided by my father, and my wife bravely endured her job and pregnancy. Currently, she's at her mother's house for postnatal care. My mother-in-law lovingly said, "I've made your favorite side dishes," which was incredibly sweet. Spending time to reciprocate her kindness felt right. Despite the delicate nature of our relationship, she seeks my company, which puts me in a difficult yet caring position. What would you do in my situation?